Hello again. Welcome to the study. Explain this, please. Isaiah 1 and verse 8. And the prophet Isaiah states it this way: a cottage and a vineyard, a lodge and a garden of cucumbers. A cottage and a vineyard, a lodge and a garden of cucumbers. Okay, what in the world can this possibly mean? Well, what we have here is 7 compulsory feasts, and one of the feasts is the Feast of Booths or Tabernacles. It was celebrated and is now in just such structures and cottages. A farmer may live a distance from his farm or garden, so in the time of harvest, he builds a light structure in which they all live to protect the harvest from thieves. A lodge in a garden was something similar, but flimsier in its construction. Well, we also know this as Sukkot, also known as the Feast of Tabernacles or the Feast of Booths. It's a Torah-commanded holiday celebrated for 7 days, beginning on the 15th day of the month Tishri. It is one of the 3 pilgrimage festivals on which the Israelites were commanded to make a pilgrimage to the Temple in Jerusalem. Biblically, an autumn harvest festival and a commemoration of the Exodus from Egypt. Sukkot's modern observance is characterized by festive meals in a sukkot, a temporary wood-covered hut. And we can see the picture there. It's a temporary shelter, and we can understand a cottage and a garden in our country. To us appears a small but substantial house, but what it really happens to mean is a booth lightly constructed of brushwood in which the farmer and his family would live during harvest time where they are laboring. It also refers to the crude shelter which the laborers build for himself in a field where he is hired. Harvest is past and the people return to their homes, but these structures, cottage and lodge, are never removed but left to fall apart. The heavy rains of winter beat upon them, the fierce winds tear them in pieces, and these tattered parts present a sorry spectacle of ruin, which is a good picture of a people whom God, grieved by their rejection of his love, has left to themselves. The scripture says the daughter of Zion is left as a cottage and a vineyard and a lodge and a garden of cucumbers. Every year in Israel, you'll see the Sukkot or the Feast of Booths celebrated, where the family will gather together in a makeshift shelter, usually on the roof or in their backyard, where they celebrate the fact that their ancestors traveled for 40 some odd years in these booths and suffered incredible adversity for 40 long years. This is their celebration, one of the compulsory feasts that they must attend. Sometimes I look at the roof I have over my house and I wonder, do I deserve this? So many people suffered for so long for the gospel that we have in a very simple Bible that you could buy at the dollar store for just a few dollars. Sometimes I wonder, do we really understand exactly what we have in our hands? The answer is probably not. So Sukkot, the daughter of Zion, left as a cottage, a vineyard, and a lodge and a garden of cucumbers. I hope that helps. We'll see you on the next one. Be blessed and be safe.